Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for the Fantastic Four, issue 645. Before we start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 95, and that's the show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show. And here are the exclusive comics. We got Morning Glories, issue 45, Outcast, issue 8, Scarlet Couture, issue 1, Injustice Gods Among Us, issue 1, Annual, Nova, issue 30, Detective Comics Convergence, issue 1, which I also have an in-depth review on Comic Frontline 4, Silver Surfer, issue 11, Princess Leia, issue 3, Invincible, issue 119, Daredevil, issue 15, S.H.I.E.L.D., issue 5, and Superior Iron Man, issue 8. So if you want to go check out all those reviews, go to Comic Uno, episode 95, which is annotated. But let's talk about Fantastic Four, issue 645. So this is the last issue of the Fantastic Four, supposedly for a little while. We don't know when they're coming back or why this is the last issue, but it just is. And let's see what's going on with the issue. I got a variant cover, so not much to talk about. It's such a big book that it's hard to hold. Cool cover, though. It's just like what they, you know, I didn't, like, pick the variant cover. It's just, like, it's a very popular book, so it's what I got. Let's see what's going on with story, though. Alright, so, with this issue, last issue of Fantastic Four, a lot of battles going on. We get to see the Fantastic Four defeat the person that's been, well, not even defeat him, but the person that's been shape-shifting and ruining their lives since the beginning of the Fantastic Four, who loves Sue. He's destroying the Earth with Franklin's Heroes Reborn dimension and his dreams. So now they all have to figure out a way to defeat, or at least destroy the Heroes Reborn dimension. And they all do in the end, but the villain ends up escaping and, you know, changing into somebody else, so he'll still be out there. And then, you know, they all kind of live happily ever after in the end. They're, you know, the Fantastic Four again. They're all together, and Franklin's a bit scared, but, you know, Fantastic Four. So that's the end of the first story. The other stories, which I was really impressed with, are not just throwaway stories. They actually go into every single character and how they feel after these events. So, first one, Human Torch, he actually finds his ex-girlfriend, and they might be going out, and he might not be doing his tour like he keeps saying he will. And his celeb career might be ending, but it seems like he might be getting a love interest. We'll see, I'm sure, in the Inhumans if that continues. Then we get to see a really cool moment between Sue and Franklin. Franklin being worried that this will happen again, and Sue saying, hey, you know, things happen, and we're gonna live life, and you don't have to worry, because we're part of the Fantastic Four, and, you know, we'll always save you. We'll always protect you. That was a very short story. And then we have The Thing, which was written by Tom DeFalco, just doing his thing. He's doing the cleanup. He's like, of course I do the cleanup. No one else does. But it was fun, because it's very Ben Grimm. And then the last story was father-daughter bonding, where Mr. Fantastic bonds with Valeria, and Valeria sees the beauty in just normal life, and not being always so smart and being, it's like, oh, well, this sand came from this. She's actually just enjoying life with her father. So that was a pretty cool ending. I really enjoyed this, and it's kind of weird to say, I enjoyed the last four stories more than I enjoyed the main story, and that is very weird to say, because usually with these books, the last four stories are always very throwaway, they don't matter, it's just like, oh, we need to squeeze stories, let's do this, we need to make this, this comics $5.99, let's put in random stories to do so. With this issue, it surprised me, it actually had a cohesive story, even though there were short stories in between. I was very impressed by Marvel by doing that, because again, very rare to see that. And going back to it, the main story I thought was lacking more than the other four stories. The main story for me was very action-y. You had your action in the beginning, and then you had your four character stories in the end. My disappointment with this issue, why it's probably not as high as many other people, I have not seen any reviews yet, but I'm sure this will be high on people's lists. I thought the beginning, or the ending of the first story was like, alright, why is the Fantastic Four ending? it didn't really give us a reason. Like, they've been building up, hyping up this issue so much, and then when we get towards the end, it's like, oh, we finished a battle. What do we do now? I don't know. we build again, but it didn't feel like an ending to Fantastic Four. I kind of wanted to cry with this issue, and I didn't. It just felt like an ending to a story arc more than an ending to the Fantastic Four. At least that's what they've been promoting, that this is the end to the Fantastic Four, and it just did not feel that way. It felt like an anniversary issue more than anything. But let's get to those last 4 stories, which I really enjoyed. Again, I like that all 4 stories went into each character. Sue and Franklin I loved, especially this like small moment where Sue is just looking at the pictures like, why do I care so much about these pictures? And then Franklin walks in barefoot and there's glass all over the floor. She's like, wait. And he's like, Franklin's like all nervous, like, what do you mean, Mom? What's going on? He's like, oh no, I just don't want you to step on the glass. And I felt like that was such a motherly thing to do. So that whole moment was great to see their relationship, and also progress the story of Franklin's story of like, hey, I'm scared about, destroying the world. I thought the Thing story was okay. I thought that was probably the weaker one, surprisingly. But maybe just because I'm a huge Ben Grimm fan. But, I liked it. I liked that it was very much towards his character, but I felt like that progressed less. Johnny Storm, he got a girlfriend out of the deal of his story, which I'm looking forward to seeing if they actually do something with that. And then I was very touched by the Reed Richard Valeria story. I was very surprised by that one. So overall, I really enjoyed this issue. I was surprised because, again, it's very expensive. Usually Marvel likes to kind of throw in random stuff, but I thought it was pretty cohesive. Again, my only complaint was kind of the main story. Even though it was pretty good, I thought the other 4 stories told the story a bit better and told where the Fantastic Four was going in a better way. But I thought the ending was touching with the whole 4 in the sky and, Johnny getting his powers back. But that was a bit predictable. So, overall, I gave Fantastic Four 4 stars. A solid 4 stars for the last issue of Fantastic Four, supposedly. We'll see when we get Fantastic Four back. But I say pick it up. I think it's worth it. If you're a Fantastic Four fan, I do think it's worth $6. And again, I rarely say that with these type of books, but I do think it's worth the money. So again, 4 stars. I say pick it up. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, in the description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.